Diego Herrera CarcedoAnatolia At beginning of 2023. Hopes were high that much-vaunted Ukrainian counteroffensive, expected to be launched in spring, would turn tide of war against Russia. Military experts and defense analysts speaking to CNBC said it did not happen and the possibility of a breakthrough in 2024 is unlikely. They predict intense fighting will continue next year but say Kiev's forces are unlikely to launch further counter-offensives. Russia, meanwhile, is likely to focus on unifying the territories it has already captured, particularly in eastern Ukraine. War is an uncertain endeavor, retired Lt. Gen. Stephen Twitty, former deputy commander of U.S. European Command, told CNBC, "Russia can win war, or the Ukrainians can win war. And as you see now, if you really think about it, what has been achieved this year? Very little has been achieved by Russia. And you can achieve it." Ukrainian soldiers take part in a military training exercise not far from the front lines in the Donetsk region on June 8, 2023. Anatoly StepanovAfp: "We are currently in a situation where, unless there is clear winner, there will be stalemate and perhaps frozen conflict in the future. What could tip the balance, in my opinion, is if the Ukrainians make a move," Twitty said. "They can't get it. Then this war could turn in favor of the Russians," he said. Expectations not met a year ago. Ukraine's international military support was solid, with NATO pledging to support Kiev as long as it takes as it defends itself against a Russian invasion launched in February 2022. But the challenge facing Ukrainian forces over the summer was dazzling. This is evident as they try to break through heavily fortified Russian positions and defense lines along 600 mile-long front line in the south and east of country. After liberating a handful of villages this summer, Ukrainian and Russian forces engaged in largely exhausting which neither side was able to make significant gains. Ukrainian military officials acknowledged that hopes and expectations for a major breakthrough in the counteroffensive were not met. Still, Ukrainian leadership says forces have inflicted huge losses and that its forces have made vital progress in other areas, such as the Black Sea. After Ukraine's audacious attacks on Russian bases and assets in Crimea this summer led to a series of withdrawals by Navy battleships from Sevastopol brought Kiev victory in the Black Sea War. A bird's-eye view of the city panorama taken by a drone covered in snow in Avdiivka, Ukraine, on December 7, 2023. Libkos weather conditions are worsening in Ukraine. Mud, freezing rain, snow and ice make assault and reconnaissance operations difficult. Still, intense fighting continues, particularly around Bakhmut and Avdiivka in eastern Ukraine, where Russian forces are conducting offensive operations and have recently made some confirmed advances. Analysts at Institute for Study War noted last week that Russian forces will likely